summer, I got my first offer for my first full-time theater job. I had 1 week to move. And at this time, literally everyone was moving into Searcy, Arkansas. Now, luckily, 2 of my other friends had gotten the same call. So the 3 of us thought, well, if we can just find a room somewhere, the 3 of us can split the cost. We looked high, we looked low, we looked on Craigslist. There was nothing. But then finally, a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend told us that there was a woman not far from the theater who had a room open for rent. We said, done, it is ours, without even looking at it. And on the first day we walked in, and we met a woman that to this day we call the Dragon Lady. Now we call her the Dragon Lady because this woman had a hoard. Now she's not what you think of as a hoarder. Everything was clean, but everything was everything. The attic was filled with blankets that were just like falling out of the hole. The dining room was filled with television sets. The living room was filled with beanbags, just an ocean of them. And it wasn't just stuff that she collected, it was living things too. So the 3 of us slept in the back bedroom. Her 2 daughters each had a bedroom. She slept in a closet. And there were 2 biology majors that alternated sleeping on the couch underneath the beanbags. And beyond the humans, there were the pets. There was a bunny rabbit named Buck, giant thing. There was a chinchilla named Puck, adorable. And a goldfish named, I'm kidding. But the first day when I walked in, I locked eyes with that chinchilla. And he locked eyes with me. And it was like I could hear a chorus of angels singing. It was the cutest thing I had seen in my life. And in my heart, I knew that it was my job that summer to care for that sweet, darling creature. And I don't know if you know how hard it is to take care of a chinchilla, but they were designed to die. They have this fur that is so thick that if it gets wet even once, their fur will grow mold and they will die.
Oh my God.
So you have to go behind people and like make sure they close all of the toilet lids so they don't fall in. You have to give them dust baths instead. They also have no sense of satiation. They don't know when they're full. They know if there is food, they will eat it. So if you leave something like a pineapple out, they will continue to eat and eat and eat and eat until no more chinchilla. So I spent the whole summer getting rid of water, closing toilet lids, putting pineapples up on top of the refrigerator. Until one day, I was back in our little back room, and I was getting ready for work. And out in the living room, from beyond the sea of beanbags, I heard from the youngest daughter in the house. Like any 19-year-old, I waited for an adultier adult to respond. And no adultier adult responded. So I got up my courage, and I walked out to the living room, and I said, Lane, what's wrong? She goes, Ursa, there's like a python on the back porch. This is Central Arkansas. We don't habitually have pythons. So I'm like, this is just going to be a rat snake. I'm going to fling open the sliding glass door. I'm going to pick up that snake. I'm going to whip it out into the yard. I'm going to be this child's hero. So I throw back the sash and I look down. There is not a python, but there is a 5-foot boa constrictor.
Oh my God.
On the back porch.
Oh.
This poor child is having a panic attack. Just so to calm her down, I start educating her about snakes. I'm like, hello, Lane, please sit down. Now you can tell by looking at the shape of this snake that it is a constrictor. So it doesn't have deadly venom to humans. You just have to make sure it doesn't get wrapped around you. She starts breathing. And she goes, hey, wait, why is it crawling so quickly in that direction? And that's when I remembered that the bunny rabbit was kept on the back porch.
Oh.
Now, I am not a brave person, but I could not let a child watch her rabbit be eaten by a rogue boa constrictor. So I ran out the other door of the house. I ran all the way around the house. I reached into this cage. The bunny rabbit was screaming, just ah! I pull out the bunny rabbit, understandably in its panic. It's just clawing at me. Blood is dripping down my eyes and all down my chest. I open the door, I fling it in the house, and just then, the chinchilla saw the bunny. And he thought, oh no, there's a bigger chinchilla in the house. I must attack.
Oh no.
So he started screaming and flailing and throwing himself against the cage. The cage fell down into the sea of beanbags. The bunny was almost crushed. The beanbags flew up into the air. We had to move the bunny. It was like the world's worst video game. And through the blood dripping down my eyes, I could finally see that chinchilla for what he was. He was not the angel I had seen before, no. He was a demon sent from hell to enslave me. He had used me all summer to stay alive. And before I could do anything about that, animal control showed up. They also did not believe that it was going to be a boa constrictor. So they brought the tiniest snake bag known to man and had to borrow my pillowcase to get rid of the snake. Well, that chinchilla and I, we coexisted for 2 more weeks. And on my last day in that house, I did not pick up that pineapple.
Yay!